Joe, nice of you to let me see you.
Deaver, thanks for coming by.
I know we share the same lawyer, George, and he said that maybe I could help.
I'm glad that he suggested we talk. I think it's a good opportunity.
It's tough to make an investment. I know you're the father-in-law of this group we're putting together, and we're putting together $500,000. They want you to buy 20% of it, $100 grand. And I know you're probably more worried about the family than the money.
Right. In my case, it's more of a political thing than a financial thing. I'm concerned about speaking to family members at Christmas if this deal goes south, and how do I handle that? And so if you have any ideas on that, please bring them up.
Well, first of all, let's just admit it's tough.
Right.
No matter what you do, this is a tough situation.
It's a no-win situation.
Right. So what I'd like to do is suggest a few of the things that make it a little easier.
Okay.
The first thing we have to do is try to structure something so you maintain your family relationships
right.
and it's clear. So we have a written document, we make it clear what the deal is.
Okay.
The second thing is we're lucky in this case because by your having supermarkets, you're used to selling consumer products.
Right.
And this is one of them.
Okay.
So we're doing CD-ROMs, and you have some, I assume.
Yes.
And what do they cost approximately?
About $13 for low end and $40 and $50 for the high end product.
Well, you know, your son-in-law's got this program. They're going to be $8 a piece.
Really?
So that's a real bargain.
Is this original merchandise?
Original merchandise. And and the reason it's that price is we're selling direct to end users.
Okay.
And we sell a lot of them.
Okay.
So you know, in the grocery business, the more if you sell a lot, you can do it thinner margin.
Number one thing is turns.
Right. And that's exactly it. So what we've done, though, and I wanted to show you, is this new stacker is essentially got the premium here. We've
Great.
got 5 items, and this is roughly $40 normally at $8 a piece. But we're giving this as a Christmas gift at $30, and you get the stacker.
Really?
Yeah.
It's interesting. You've got some good titles here, too. You can fit a whole encyclopedia on one of these?
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
I still find it hard to believe, but you can.
Really?
The thing that I like about this is I figured one of the options we could do for you is how many do you think you could sell a year? What do you think?
In a year, I could probably sell a few thousand pieces per store.
So that means you could sell 24,000?
Yeah, if nothing else, if I lose my shirt in the investment, I can make some money on these.
That's what we should be doing.
Okay.
So what if we make the following deal? For the first 50,000 of these that you sell,
right.
you get an extra $2 from the company that goes to you personally to repay back the 100,000.
Okay.
What's
that
that
sounds
sound?
fair.
Okay.
Sure.
And then you keep your investment percentage, but at least there's a way back.
Right.
Now the other thing about it is, Joe, is even if you only sell 10,000, at least you got something back.
It helps cover my downside.
And your son-in-law isn't going to feel quite so bad at Christmas
right.
if it doesn't work.
Sure.
Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah, it does. It looks like a good opportunity.
Well, good. I'll tell you what let's do. I'll write it up. Why don't you pencil it up? And I'll keep it confidential so they don't get in it.
One other thing, could you have one of your salespeople get in touch with me about the details for the retail side of things?
Absolutely true. I'll do that, and that's great. And why don't I let you keep this one to look at it?
Great.
If you've got any ideas. You know, maybe you've got some merchandising ideas about putting a display on or something. What do you think?
Sure, I think a floor stand would work, so maybe we ought to talk about what's going to work best in the retail business.
Good. And what about, the other thing is, what about your being on the board, Joe? I know that's a strain, but do you think you might?
Sure, I think that given the technology, given the product line, I think you've got a winner here. I'd like to.
Well, if you're on the board, that'll help us get other people.
Sure.
And that makes a big difference.
Okay.
Well, good, Joe. That's great. And get out there and break your handicap today.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, you too.